When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elganan and Gillenane in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elganan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
It's more than a promise this time. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganan and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the Veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The Veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the Veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So best guess. How many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganan's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
I wouldn't trust the Dreadwolf, but he's not wrong about us needing a dragon hunter. I've been a warden for a while. Seen some pretty awful things. But what the dragon did to Treviso? I'll never get that out of my head. Lucanus stayed. Said he'd be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We heard it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solus. The Solus who tried to tear down the Veil? You really trust him?
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elgernon and Gillenane work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right, we all know what to do. Let's get going.
If that dragon had taken Mimrathus, I hate to think what the Venatori might do with that sort of chaos. A lot of people are alive. A lot of people have a chance, thanks to us. But we broke Lucanus out of the ossuary. He could finally go home, and now... what happens to Treviso now?
The fires are lit.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Riveni treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Rivane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right, guess we'll be ready. I hope someone can. We don't want to fight another dragon without help.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
About 6?
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, a Fade expert and powerful psychogog.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately, they grow restless.
So, Scout Harding glows now? Is that a thing everyone's doing, or just her?
I grew up running around this city. With the Blight, I don't even recognize these streets anymore.
Do Templars really not have authority over mages in Tevinter? What happens if there's blood magic? What do they do?
Depends on the Templar. Depends on who's bought their loyalty.
What do you do when the authorities can't be trusted to do the right thing?
That's how I keep busy.
Kill the ungodly.
Here we go! Coming at range. On to you. End it quick.
Take credit there.
That one. They're hitting us from afar.
Get clear.
Girls love a good zip line.
You're not from previous.
Makes me sick. Seeing blight every time I look out a window.
I will never grow used to it.
Over we go.
You read the notes on the Circle Road case?
The murdered Magister's aide? Killed with an arrow instead of magic. Hard to get an angle like that.
It is. Where would you take it from? takes credit there.
Hard to finish this.
You read the notes on the Circle Road case?
The murdered Magister's aide? Killed with an arrow instead of magic. Hard to get an angle like that.
It is. Where would you take it from?
I don't know the place that well, but there's a tower not far that would get a clean shot. And good cover.
But if you were angry and in a hurry, if the shot were more lucky than planned.
Well, there's that bridge. Wait. Why are you asking me?
The Anta make demands, friends, but so do the crows. That are protectors of meat, they are in league with the villain.
The market is a field hospital now. Good to see the sick and injured are being treated.
Oh, Minrathus needs one of these.
You can't force these spaces. They just kind of form where people are.
So much suffering. The gods are sending a warning to other cities.
I was trained to deal with dueling injuries, light slashes and puncture wounds.
thought about it?
Our families have
There, that pile of blight. That's what Chance wanted us to clear out.
Can't let it spread. These goes hurt as it is.
Target those blighted boils. That should weaken it. It's working. We're weakening it.
Now there's a nice shot.